Early Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumors are already stirring up huge excitement, and if even half of these leaks are accurate, Samsung's next book-style foldable could be a major upgrade in the areas people actually care about: usability, weight, battery life, and camera performance. Leaks suggest the Galaxy Z Fold 8 may become wider, lighter, and easier to use every day, with a possible 8-inch inner display, a carbon fiber reinforced chassis, Qualcomm's next flagship Snapdragon 8, Elite Gen 5, a larger 5000 mAh battery, and even a 200 mAh main camera. And if Samsung sticks to its typical schedule, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 release date could land around July. These early details come from tipster Jason C., and while nothing is confirmed yet, the direction of these rumored upgrades points to one thing. Samsung may be preparing its most practical and mainstream-friendly fold yet. Let's break down everything we've heard so far about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8, the design changes, display rumors, performance upgrades, battery expectations, camera possibilities, and the likely launch window. One confusing part of the Galaxy Z Fold 8 leaks is the wider claim. For months, rumors have suggested Samsung could launch two flagship book-style foldables, one acting as a direct successor to the Galaxy Z Fold 7, and another, wider model designed to be more competitive with Apple's first foldable iPhone, if and when Apple enters the foldable market. That's why some early wording around the Galaxy Z Fold 8 being wider feels slightly unclear. It's possible the leak is referring to the lineup as a whole, meaning Samsung could offer a standard Fold 8 and a wider Fold variant, rather than saying the base Galaxy Z Fold 8 itself will become wider. Either way, the fact that wider keeps showing up in Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumors matters, because it highlights the biggest complaint many people still have with book-style foldables. The cover screen can feel too narrow for normal phone tasks. If Samsung truly makes the Galaxy Z Fold 8 wider, the impact won't just be aesthetic. A wider design can dramatically improve real-world comfort, typing, and app usability on the outer display, arguably the single most important change Samsung could make to turn more people into fold buyers. Now let's talk display, because this is where the Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumors start to sound especially interesting. One leak suggests a wider model could feature an 8-inch inner display. That would be a meaningful jump in the direction of a pocket tablet experience and could make the Galaxy Z Fold 8 feel even more optimized for media consumption, multitasking, and productivity. An 8-inch foldable display with a wider aspect ratio could improve. Watching YouTube and streaming content with fewer black bars, split-screen multitasking with more usable space for both apps reading and browsing without everything feeling cramped. Editing photos and videos with more room for controls and timelines. Samsung has already been refining its foldable screens year after year, but an 8-inch inner display could be the kind of headline upgrade that makes even non-foldable users stop and pay attention, especially if Samsung also improves the crease visibility and durability, as it typically tries to do with every generation. Next major rumor involves materials and weight reduction. According to the leak, Samsung may use a CFRP chassis, carbon fiber reinforced plastic, to help make the Galaxy Z Fold 8 lighter. That's a big deal because foldables, especially book-style foldables, are still heavier than typical slab phones. Even small weight reductions can have a noticeable effect on comfort during long use. A lighter Galaxy Z Fold 8 could improve one-handed handling, especially on the cover screen, comfort during calls, texting, and scrolling long sessions reading, gaming, or streaming. The overall feeling of, this can be my daily phone. Samsung clearly understands that foldables have to feel normal and convenient to become truly mainstream. A CFRP chassis could be one of those behind-the-scenes upgrades that doesn't sound flashy at first, but makes the phone feel dramatically better in your hand. On the performance side, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is rumored to feature Qualcomm's next top-tier chip, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. While naming can vary depending on region and final branding, the key takeaway is that Samsung's Fold lineup typically gets a flagship-class processor designed for maximum performance and better power efficiency. If the Galaxy Z Fold 8 does ship with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, You can expect the biggest real-world improvements to show up in smoother multitasking with multiple apps running at once, faster photo processing and computational photography, better sustained gaming performance with fewer slowdowns, improved on-device AI features for productivity and camera tasks, better battery efficiency compared to older generations. A foldable phone lives and dies by how smoothly it handles multitasking, app switching, and split-screen use. So if Samsung pairs a larger display with the strongest Snapdragon chip available, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could feel like a true productivity machine rather than just a cool concept device. Battery life is another area where the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could make a big leap. The rumor suggests a 5000 mAh battery, which would be a noticeable increase over the Galaxy Z Fold 7's 4400 mAh capacity. That 600 mAh bump could be huge, because foldables power two displays, and heavy multitasking drains batteries faster than most people expect. A 5000 mAh battery could mean longer screen-on time for streaming and browsing-less battery anxiety when using the big inner display, more reliable endurance for navigation, camera use, and hotspot better all-day performance for power users. There's still uncertainty about whether Samsung would adopt newer silicon-carbon battery technology in the Fold series, and many expect Samsung to stick with more traditional battery chemistry for reliability and production scale. But even without silicon-carbon, a jump to 5000 mAh would be one of the most meaningful Galaxy Z Fold 8 upgrades users have been asking for. Now let's get to the camera rumor that grabs the most attention. A 200 MP main camera. This isn't entirely out of nowhere, since Samsung has already used high-resolution sensors in its Ultra lineup, and some rumors suggest Fold models are moving closer to true flagship camera hardware. A 200 MP main camera on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could improve detail and sharpness in bright light, flexibility for cropping without losing quality, improved digital zoom performance with sensor cropping, better clarity for large screen viewing on the inner display. That said, megapixels aren't everything. What really matters is sensor size, lens quality, stabilization, and Samsung's image processing. Still, if Samsung brings a 200 MP main camera to the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and backs it up with stronger processing from the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, the Fold could finally stop feeling like a compromise for camera-focused buyers. Finally, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 launch window. If Samsung maintains its usual foldable release cycle, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is expected to arrive around July. Whether Samsung launches one Fold 8 model or two variants at the same event is still unclear. It's possible both the standard successor and the rumored wider model launch together, or Samsung could stagger the releases to keep attention on the lineup longer. Either way, July remains the most likely target based on Samsung's historical pattern, and that means the Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumor cycle will only intensify as we get closer. So what does all of this mean for potential buyers? If the Galaxy Z Fold 8 truly becomes wider, lighter, and more battery efficient, while also upgrading to an 8-inch class display, a CFRP chassis, a next-generation Snapdragon processor, and a 5000 mAh battery, Samsung could deliver a foldable that feels less like a niche product and more like the best premium smartphone you can buy. Right now, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 is still in the rumor stage, but the themes are consistent: improve comfort, improve everyday usability, and remove the biggest compromises that still hold foldables back. If Samsung can execute on even a few of these rumored upgrades, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could be the foldable that finally convinces mainstream users to switch.